Is prompting many Republicans to renew their calls for an immediate end to the rise in demonizing rhetoric from the left. Let's bring in former GOP national spokeswoman Elizabeth Pipko and Princeton University political scientist Lauren Wright. Thank you both for coming on. I mean, Elizabeth Pipko, to you first. Governor Newsom, Pritzker, Walz have repeatedly said these ICE agents are a threat to society. I mean, you heard J.D. Vance there. He's right. I mean, this has got to end.
It has got to end, and I wonder to myself, what will it take, right? Because I don't think that the shooting that we saw is going to change anyone's mind. I thought the horrific assassination of Charlie Kirk's might put this country back on the right track, and I saw Jasmine Crockett right back at it a few days later, calling Donald Trump Hitler once again. The fact is, we know what was responsible for the shooting. It was left-wing radicalization. Same thing responsible for Charlie Kirk's shooting. Same thing responsible for encouraging and radicalizing Luigi Mangione, encouraging those that are still to this day standing up and celebrating the horrific murder that he did. The same people that walk around and chant, globalize the Intifada. It is not that complicated. It's on the left, and shame on their leaders for encouraging it.
Yeah, and you want to talk about gaslighting 101, Lauren, right? Here it is, because this is Axios. Put this on the screen. Axios, the headline here, ICE shooting sparks partisan blame game before facts confirmed. FBI Director Kash Patel posted on X Wednesday that unspent bullet casings found at the scene included one etched with the word anti-ICE. Neither local nor federal authorities have indicated what the etched message could mean or how it connects to what motivated the shooter. The shooter. What else, Lauren, do we think anti-ICE means? Are they kidding with this whole, we have no idea what that means?
I mean, this is just, it's really upsetting. I mean, look, this is actually bigger than the ICE issue. And the issue is it's way too profitable for the elites in Congress to call each other names and campaign on fascism and authoritarianism. And let's just be clear, we do not have a fascist in the White House. We do not live in an autocracy. What we actually live in is a world where the president is checked all the time by the Congress his party controls, by the courts stacked with his own appointees. There are checks and balances, and things are proceeding as normal, including by the elites who are calling each other Nazis in public and then going to drinks and backslapping in private, all the while riling up average people who are in the shadows and sick in the head.
Yeah. I thought, Elizabeth Pipko, that Hillary Clinton did a really wonderful job of calming the rhetoric today. You've got to watch this soundbite because it was soothing. Watch.
We have got to stop demonizing each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I think most of that right now in our country's history is coming, from the right, coming from people who want to dominate. They want their point of view. We have got to stop with the finger pointing and the scapegoating.
You got to stop the finger pointing. You got to stop demonizing. We all know it's the right's fault, Elizabeth.
It's the right's fault, and that's coming from the woman herself who called me and probably half of America deplorables about 8 years ago to the day, has not apologized for it, and is the reason that we're in this mess right now, because she couldn't take the fact that she might lose an election to Donald Trump and decided it was her time to tell the entire country how wrong they are and how bad they are for not voting for her. She's started this. She's continuing it. Shame on her. Shame on everyone else, because you literally have blood on your hands at this point.
It is amazing. And I don't know, I just want to get, this is a different topic here, Lauren. I put you in a bad position, but it's interesting because we had this whole debate last night, right, about Tylenol and whether or not it has any kind of contributing factor to autism. So in 2017, Tylenol, people forget this, tweeted the following. Tylenol, the company. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. Thank you for taking the time to voice your concerns today. And yet last night, with even new information, nobody's saying there's an absolute link, but the liberal media is telling everybody, go ahead, use the Tylenol if you're pregnant. There's no evidence. Listen to this.
Trump and RFK Jr. linking autism to Tylenol without any new evidence.
There is zero link between autism and Tylenol,
falsely claiming that it can increase rates of autism.
Don't listen to Dr. Trump and Dr. Kennedy because they aren't that.
So I don't really quite understand what they're looking at.
There is no association with acetaminophen or Tylenol given in pregnancy and autism.
It's the same, Lauren, as me saying, yeah, you got to use Tylenol. You got to use it with your pregnant. That's the whole thing. You don't know. They don't know. Nobody knows yet. There is still doing
exactly
research,
right.
but there are indications, and they're saying, don't you worry. You're pregnant. You just put it in your mouth.
Yes, and that's the same reason I don't approve of how strongly the president worded his announcement the other day when he said, don't take it, because that's not what Jay Bhattacharya said, who I trust very much and I think is extremely talented and trustworthy. And that's not what other government officials have said. Now, let me tell you, as someone who's just had 2 babies in 2 years, this is a problem that preceded President Trump and preceded this government. For so many years, we've been scaring pregnant women with studies where, frankly, there just isn't even evidence in either direction because we don't do randomized controlled studies on pregnant women. And so, you know, I had a lot of doctors, and trust me, they didn't vote for Trump, who were telling me, don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that. And the data are not there and the studies aren't very good.
Right. There are no mandates on either side of this. Lauren, Elizabeth, thank you both. Well, supporters packing